Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I will be reviewing the Rolex Datejust 36 in Ever Rose Gold, which is rose gold and steel, reference 126231 with a slate or gray diamond dial, Pave 69, on a Jubilee bracelet. I will tell you a little bit about the history of this watch. Then I'll tell you about where it stands with in relation to other similar Datejusts. Then I'll tell you about the case bezel dial bracelet movement. Finally, try it on and give you my thoughts. This is a gray dial. Some people call it slate. Well, Rolex calls it slate. It used to be known as rhodium. It's kind of hard to know what the difference between slate, rhodium, and gray is. I basically think they're all the same. Slate, rhodium, or gray. The color is what you see here, which is gray. Okay, so let's get that out of the way, and let's start with the history. The Datejust came about in 1945. It was Rolex's first biggest collection, first biggest and most numerous collection. It's gone on to be their most famous collection as well, and that came out 40 years after the inception of Rolex in 1905, which is 1945, the year the Second World War ended. And they came up with the Oyster Perpetual because the name of Oyster Perpetual because it is impermeable to water, meaning it's water resistance. That gives the name Oyster. Oyster, you close the clamshell and it no longer lets water in. And then it's perpetual because it goes forever. It does not require you to wind it, and it runs off the power of your wrist. So there you go. That is the reason. And since then, the Datejust has gone on to spawn thousands of variations in every size and shape imaginable. Everything you could imagine, they do it. Different bracelets, bezels, dowel, diamonds, no diamonds, every single color you could imagine, and every single size. And that comes out to like 1,000 plus Datejust, maybe even more. Okay, anyways, it's not a history lesson, so let's move on to where this watch stands in the lineup. This watch is using rose gold and steel. Now, Rolex makes the Datejust 36 in only steel and gold, steel and white gold, steel and rose gold, steel and yellow gold, and then they don't do it in all precious metal. They used to, actually, but that was too encroaching upon their Day-Date 36 line. So when you want to do a precious metal 36, it changes from a Datejust into a Day-Date 36. So that means that the Datejust 36 only goes up to the two tones. The two tones meaning steel and gold, in whatever gold it happens to be in. Excuse me. So next, let's talk about where does this watch stand in the lineup? Well, it's steel and gold, so that means it's one of the more expensive Datejust, and it uses rose gold, but it has a fluted bezel. It doesn't have any other diamonds other than that, so I would say it's mid to high range on the Datejust 36 line. And okay, so let's move on here to talk about the watch itself, starting with the case. It's 36 millimeters from my thumb to my index finger. And it's the largest not the largest, it's the largest Datejust that women could wear, because it any bigger than that would be 41, Datejust 41, and that would be for men. Okay, so Datejust 36, it's 36 millimeter. You turn it on the side, it's around 12 millimeters in thickness, a very nice thickness as well. And it's all made of stainless steel. Let's move on to the bezel. Now the bezel is made of all rose gold. And it's a fluted bezel. They also make other bezels, but the fluted bezel is the most iconic. It's the one that most people can look at and recognize that it is a Rolex. And they do that, of course, in a precious material, and that's what gives this watch the name of two-tone, or Rolesor as they call it, rose, ever rose as they say, ever meaning forever rose, and because it has a combination of steel on the case and rose gold on all these accents, so they call it steel and rose gold, or ever rose. Okay, the bezel, iconic, beautiful, and yeah. Okay, let's move on to the dial here. The dial here, Rolex calls it slate set with diamonds, and it basically looks like dark gray to me. But I think slate is a much more sexy name than dark gray, right? And yeah, what can I say about it? Well, the let's start with the first and most obvious thing, which is that there's diamonds on here, but they're not just diamonds, placed everywhere in a tasteless fashion. No, this is Rolex we're talking here. So they did a Roman 6-9 in diamonds. That means that they put pave diamonds at the 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock only, and the rest they use Roman numerals. And I think this variation is the coolest variation because it's not diamonds everywhere, but then again there are some diamonds to show that it is luxurious and beautiful and rare, etc., etc. And so doing the combination of it really makes the watch have a subtle elegance to it that I believe without it would not be as beautiful. Okay, and the number of diamonds, by the way, is 24. I don't know if they do that on purpose because 24 hours in a day, this watch keeps time. It's 24. I don't know, but okay, there are 24. So if you actually go in here and count the little diamonds, it's 24. Okay, all right, now let's move on. And by the way, I guess I could say this though. Also, the dial, since it is using a Roman dial and it's diamonds, there are no luminescence. So that's one small thing that you cannot read this watch at night. But then again, if you're wearing this Rolex, maybe you probably have a phone. You can probably read that at night. Okay, anyways, let's move on to the bracelet here. The bracelet is a Jubilee bracelet. They make this in an oyster Jubilee. The Jubilee, in my opinion, is more classic and looks a little bit better, I think. Makes the watch also fit on your wrist better. And it still has the comfort extension on the buckle. The old version didn't, the new version does. And so, yeah, it's a nice buckle. Let's move on to the movement here. The movement is a 32-35. Now, this movement is basically Rolex's most popular movement. It's used in everything, all their sports watches, all their Datejust, even their Datejust 36, as well as their Datejust 41. They use the same movement. They use a spacer on the bigger watches. But, yeah, it's the same movement. If any watch that has time and date, time meaning 3 hands, hour, minute, second, and date 1 through 31, it's going to use this caliber 32-35. Very good movement. Power reserve 70 hours. It's a fantastic movement. Okay, anyways, that's enough about the movement. Let's try this watch on my wrist. Now, I'm 6 foot tall, 200 pounds, and I have a 7.5 inch wrist. I'm a real fan of the Datejust. I think it's a fantastic watch, and I think that the Datejust 36 is more sized for women or guys who have a smaller wrist. And especially when you start putting diamonds on it, I feel like it's a little bit more feminine. So I'm going to have to say it's probably do a little bit better as a woman's watch here. But look, a man could also wear this. If you have a wrist size of, let's say, under 6.5 for a man, which is actually kind of small, then you could wear this watch. If you have a wrist size for a woman, let's say, under, actually probably between 6.5 and 6, something like that, or 6 and 7 inches on, then you should probably wear a Datejust 36 because you still want it to cover like at least 70% of your wrist. But anyways, the point here is that the Datejust is a very awesome watch. It has a lot of legacy behind it. It will never go out of style. It's been here forever. And so for those people who would like to have just a watch that will forever be and have great value, I definitely would choose this one. And in this configuration, I can say it's quite nice. It's going to match pretty much everything. Dark gray is not exactly black, but it does match a lot of things. So I'm definitely going to give this watch 2 thumbs up. And if you'd like to buy it, lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.